A rooster teeth. It's time for you to hear them speak. A rooster teeth. Got your conversation for the week. A rooster teeth. Let's go. It's time for the show. We got your drunk tank podcast.
Keystone.
That was awesome.
That was completely awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
I feel compelled to plug that guy's band.
Absolutely.
Violet Fuse.
Violet Fuse.
What made this week's podcast intro.
It's always weird to me when there's people out there that actually play
have
musical
talent.
instruments.
Go see Violet Fuse this weekend at the local coffee shop.
What's the guy's username?
That I didn't write down. I just wrote down his band name.
I'm going to look up Violet Fuse on Google right now.
No.
Violet Fuse sounds like a porn star.
He sent me a link to their album on iTunes,
Ooh.
which I'm sure you can purchase.
That's badass.
That was a great intro.
That's the fucking
got-
promotion right there. That guy.
There you go.
knows he-
That's a plug and a half right there. That never happens.
Yeah. Buy it now.
So
After buying the Red vs. Blue Season 9 soundtrack.
There you
Dude,
go.
I love that Violet Fuse has a MySpace site. That's
and,
awesome.
and a Cinnamon No shirt and a Rage Quit t-shirt.
Yeah, buy it all.
Buy it all and save. Hey, who are you?
So Brian Beam,
Or not.
who is our graphic designer, showed
I'm
me a
Brian
new
Beam.
T-shirt.
Oh, what is
design
this? I saw
today.
your Twitter about it. What can I see it?
Oh
Do you have
my
a graphic?
god! Actually, you know what? I'm ashamed to admit this, but I have my iChat set up so it doesn't save my chats.
Oh, you dumbass.
I got to turn that back on so I can log my chats. I don't know why. I went to a privacy phase.
Is that your personal laptop?
Your personal laptop?
Like you own that one? Like
Mm-hmm.
the company to buy that for you? See, I learned that pretty quick. Is you have to have your own laptop that you can close down and lock away that no one else at the company should be able to see. It's a bad idea to have your stuff open.
Yeah, this is my personal
Exactly.
laptop that I bought with my money, yet
Yeah.
all of the company information flows through it.
Well, see,
Like
I just have
water.
my mail and my.
What are you complaining? Are you
Instant
complaining about
Messenger.
something? Do you
No,
want?
I'm not complaining. I'm just.
You sound like you're
I'm
upset.
complaining. I am upset about.
Why did you-
I'm upset about bees. Is what I'm upset about. Actually,
So I'm Jack Patillo.
Gus.
Joel.
I'm Bernie Burns.
There we go. Now we can continue. You have bees in your office? I saw
Yeah,
your Twitter
I-
about that. And like, do you really have bees in your office?
Yeah, there's a beehive.
Yesterday, I saw bees flying around downstairs outside in the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they migrate up to your
there
office?
were no bees. We had no bees here before, and then it was like 30 degrees here 2 days ago. Now there's 4,000 bees.
Now we have some bees.
Our damn door is broken too. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
The side door doesn't shut anymore.
No, security.
Yeah,
is
why don't you
working
announce
great.
that? Also, all those expensive items on the second floor.
We've got bees guarding.
That's
the
true.
door
We do
at
have
this
bees.
point,
Well, you
so-
also had your windows open yesterday, all day
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's what I'm saying. It's like we didn't have any bees before, and as soon as I opened my windows,
so why
that
didn't you
was it.
immediately shut your window when the first bee showed up?
It's a bee.
He
Bee's
was like,
not going to kill you.
Maybe it's a fluke.
You know, one bee's not going to kill you.
Do we
but
have
it's like-
anyone in this office who's allergic to bees?
I asked around, nobody is. And if they are, I have my EpiPens. that
I did.
can stab
I
them
had to
in the leg
like.
with.
Carrie was like, "Let's get the scissor lift on a hose." I'm like, "No, let's not get the scissor lift. No, let's not turn this into like."
No,
multiple
let him
death.
do it. Let him do it.
No,
let
that's
him
a
do
bad,
it.
terrible
Just film
idea.
it.
But it's like, I'm just
Get Michael
I'm
to do it.
working
He'll do
in here,
anything.
buzz, and it got louder and louder and louder. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on with this bee?" And it's like one bee turned into 7. And it
Like
was
in
just-
front of you, it turned into 7.
They were behind me.
You should start smoking,
I should start smoking.
and then the smoke will pacify them.
Yeah.
And then you can give them a cigarette, and they'll start smoking with you.
How does that work? So beekeepers, hey, what is the place where they keep bees?
There's a fancy name for this.
There is. Gus, do you know?
Yeah, the bee motel,
It's an apiary.
That's right, apiary.
What
also
is-
known as bee motel.
also known as bee motel? Why do they use smoke to placate the bees? What is it about smoke?
Yeah, it's weird, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
Do you know? Are you
Apparently,
asking?
I'm asking, no.
insects have the sensory organs to detect smoke somehow, I guess, and it bothers them.
The quiz portion of the beekeeping part is over. I now want to know information. Do they? Do,
I have a friend staying in my house, and she left like a thing of, I don't know what happened, like food or something, and like it was like, oh, a gnat, and it was like those little tiny gnats. It's like, oh, well, this is going to explode into, and sure enough, it did. I had like 1,000 gnats. It's like, that's it. I'm just
the fruit
lighting-
flies. You have fruit flies.
Yeah, and those things are awful. And it's just like, that's it. I'm lighting candles
Okay.
everywhere to get as much smoke as possible.
In my high school, we would do experiments in genetics. It was a lesson to learn about Darwinism and, you know,
Fruit fly always goes back to fruit fly.
it always goes back to fruit flies. So we'd breed fruit flies, I guess.
Yeah.
And I never actually did the experiment when I was in biology, but every year the whole high school would fill up with fucking fruit flies.
Yeah, it
And they'd be
doesn't seem
killing them
like-
everywhere. I had a buddy who would smash them in his notebook and like keep like a page
Yeah.
of dead fruit flies.
So apparently, smoke masks the alarm pheromone. that bees put off.
Shit.
So it's essentially disrupting their communication. So with their smoke, they
Smokes disrupt their.
so they can't communicate the fact that there's an alarm or that there's trouble.
This just tells me I'm going to start smoking next time I hit on a girl.
This is. It's like
Only if her name starts with the letter B. Don't Beatrice, Belinda. You're
By the
fine.
way,
don't alert your friends. Everything's fine.
Everyone on Twitter is of no hope whatsoever. No help or hope. They're of no help whatsoever.
Do you really expect people on Twitter to be of help?
No, they're no help.
What you wanted them to help you with your bee problem?
Not helping.
Just close your window and start smoking. That's it.
Did we have screen? We didn't have screens for this building when we moved in.
No.
No, I don't think we had screens.
You can buy
Joel moved into my old office, so if you've ever
Joel's
seen-
moved offices 3 times now.
I'm like the Michael Young of upstairs, where it's like I went from second base, shortstop.
No one's going to understand that
I
reference.
have no idea what you're talking
He's a
about.
baseball
Other
player.
positions.
They're gonna think you're talking about Rage Quit. What was your? You didn't move offices 3 times. You moved twice. He's had 3 offices.
Okay,
He's counting the
he's
move
had
from Congress.
Oh, you're counting the move from the old office.
Yes.
Joel, let's go back to the beginning.
I was really counting, but
I'm going to say he's had 3 offices. I
Joel-
think that's more than anyone else here.
Joel's a military kid,
3?
though. He's used to moving around.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
you did
funny
have
too.
to, yeah.
I've moved more than anyone in life. Also, I mean, I can't even.
If you take Matt's office, you will have gone through all 4 of the upstairs offices.
You
Yeah,
slut. You office slut.
I'll take the bees with me. They follow me everywhere.
Your roommates.
When you take over Matt's office, just make sure you're smoking, so his alarm pheromones are nice. He'll be like, "Oh, it's fine."
It'll
whatever."
deactivate him.
Can we talk about this on the podcast?
What's that?
I guess there's one member of our
Wait!
company.
I gotta stop you on something real quick though,
Uh-oh.
because we got too far away from it. Who's the girl who's staying with you? You have
Oh,
you
it's a
said-
friend. It's just a friend. It's a friend of Jack's.
who just happens to be living with you. Mm-hmm. There's nothing more to this.
No,
Good-looking friend.
she's good looking. Yeah, but
Oh,
no.
go.
Stop it.
I think I know who this friend is,
Stop it.
and she is good-looking.
So, now
You can't. I mean,
I'm just.
You can't
helping-
casually mention,
I'm
I-
just helping someone in need.
really?
That's all I'm doing.
That's what I'm gonna call it from now on.
You're a true saint. You're like Bernie and the homeless people downtown. You're just looking for people who are in need of help and helping them.
Yeah, except
but
he ends
only
up-
if they're hot and only if they're female.
She has this dog, and the dog hates.
You notice there's never any hot female homeless people.
Nope.
It's true. It doesn't work out that way.
Doesn't work
Well,
like that.
usually after you have like a massive heroin addiction, that doesn't leave you in a good position regarding.
Yeah, they get meth face.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. Did you guys see the thing that he put his one of his comedy shows?
Yep, I bought it.
I bought it too.
Bacon Theater, right?
Beacon Theater.
Beacon?
It sounded like
Bacon?
you said Bacon Theater.
I think I did say
For all
Bacon
those who
Theater.
don't know what you're talking about, what are you talking about?
So Louis C.K. did a thing where he recorded one of his own shows and then just put it online for $5. No DRM or anything. You just buy it, and you buy it through PayPal for $5. That's it, and download it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like this brave new business model that we've been doing for the last 8 years, 9 years. But for that's a big deal. But in this comedy show, he has a bit where he talks about that there's no bad looking musicians. Like, what is the chance of that? That like everybody who has musical talent is also really good looking. What a coincidence! Why is that the case? Then he's talking about how like everything's over sexualized.
Yeah. Nowadays, there's no bad-looking musicians. I mean,
Yes.
there are some bad.
Yeah, as opposed to like the 1500s.
Well, I don't know. Like you look at
The Bards.
Traveling minstrels.
You look at like the lead singer of Aerosmith, right? That guy.
Steven Tyler?
Yeah.
You know who's good looking?
That guy's not good looking, right? Girls think he's good looking though because they're distracted by the music.
Yeah.
They know
I'll
what's
say a
happening.
good looking band.
It like disables their alarm
It's
for a moment.
that, it's like bees. I was totally going to tell that joke. I'm glad I said that to somebody.
Best looking band that I know of is Violet Fuse. Rock. So Joel, I'm sorry. You were going to tell a story, and I
It
derailed
doesn't.
you.
I
About
forgot
the, was it the dog or the animal?
No, it was before I brought the girl. You were moving into something else, and
Yeah,
I
I'm trying to get back
I
to
don't
it.
remember.
well, listen, Joel's got a
This
better
is very
strategy.
stream conscious.
Joel has a better strategy than I do because when I befriend homeless people, I end up with people that I can't get rid of who want to just eat lumps of tuna. That's it. He ends up with pretty girls living in his apartment.
Have you ever watched an episode of Hoarders, the TV show?
Show is terrible.
There was one episode where this dude in New York had such a bad hoarding problem that as he started cleaning, they found a homeless dude living in his yard.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Was he alive?
Did the homeless
Yeah.
dude have a hoarding problem?
And then the homeless dude started helping him clean up and started yelling at the dude for being so messy.
Get your life in order, dude.
That's pretty.
Like, you know you're fucked up when
Yeah.
there's someone living on your property you don't know, and then they're making fun of you for being messy.
Yeah, that's
that's pretty
crazy.
awesome.
That's pretty nuts, man.
Those hoarding shows are great because it's like, well, No matter how fucked up things have gone for me, I can just look at this guy.
Yeah, it's like going to
and
the
be
state fair on TV, basically.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel better about yourself. Like,
I mean, just like,
well,
God.
I'm not eating a turkey leg right now.
And then
so.
they have,
That would be awesome. It would be awesome if they just had a channel which was people shopping at Walmart. That would,
It's like,
I feel terrible about myself.
I wanna-
Nah, not so bad.
yeah.
I would watch that. I might get cable for that. That sounds like the best reality show. It's like People of Walmart, but in video form.
Right.
It's a live stream. You can pick different Walmarts. You can be like, the Ozark Walmart.
No, they
Ozark.
should have some editorial control over it. Like, they should be picking the best feed at any given time for you to be
Okay.
watching.
you sent me that. You sent me
It's
that
like
awesome.
the Red Zone Network, except for Walmart.
You sent me that awesome rap video about the guy.
Which one?
Rapping about
Oh,
Walmart.
the Wally
and they
Wally
shoot
Wally
it in
Wally
ro-
Wally World. Oh yeah.
Oh, you got to link that.
Jesus
You're
Christ!
gonna love this.
It's insane.
That's going to be the greatest link
He's
ever.
rapping about Walmart in Walmart.
And like
As a
these
matter of
girls
fact,
shaking
that
their
should be-
shaking
that
their
should be a
butts
candidate.
at
That should be a
Walmart.
Is that a candidate for Internet
I don't
Video
know
of
what
the
it
Year?
came out. Let me use your laptop here. Can I make it? Am I allowed to use your personal laptop, Joel?
We just had this discussion.
I know. Well, I asked permission. I didn't just jump on it.
I don't care if people.
Why is there stock advice on here?
Yeah, I was listening to an old podcast, and I mentioned how my old laptop was stolen, and how disappointed I was that I didn't have anything on my laptop that would come back to haunt me. It's like, this shows I have a boring life, that I'm not worried about anything getting out there.
I mean, I don't really either, but it's like still though I have it security locked. Now, where it's just like
All right, it's Mr. Ghetto Walmart, and it's the New Orleans bounce.
New Orleans
Here,
Bounce
let me see.
by Mr. Ghetto.
I'll link it. We don't have to play it for the podcast. Do you know when it came out? It looks like it came out this year.
Oh, did it? All right, we should throw that on the list. That thing is insane.
awesome.
I think Jeff may have shown that to me for the first time. But good God, man.
You know who always
I'm
loves
going to
to
get up and write that.
he's
I'm
got,
not sure if
he's
he
got
makes-
a talent for finding stuff.
if he makes videos anymore. Did you ever watch all the Mr. Chai City videos?
That sounds familiar.
God, there's one video where Mr. Chai City is he's doing a Cribs tour of his house. It's fucking funny as hell.
Oh, shit, I remember that.
And then there's one where he has to kill a bug. God, the one where he has to kill the bug.
The killing the bug one is so fucking awesome.
Did he
They're
use,
old,
did
though.
He, did he use smoke?
What's that? No, he didn't use smoke. I think he used a
He used,
crutch.
he used a crutch and a lot of screaming.
He's like shaking.
Intimidated to death?
He said it was his war scream. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
sound like a war scream.
Mr. Chai City's got a YouTube channel.
Man, I forgot about that guy. About those videos.
Did you guys watch Zach Anders' show? It premiered on Monday, right?
No, because the fucking assholes that work here, they went and did like a premiere night thing. Didn't invite anybody.
Yeah.
Not a single person.
Yeah, Marshall and Zach, or yeah, Marshall and Chris and Zach have been friends for years. And I guess they went and watched the premiere, and like they just left. And I was like, oh yeah. Then they met up with us that night. They're like, oh yeah, we watched it at a bar. I was like, oh thanks guys.
I mean, when Zach won the contest the final day, we didn't know if he was going to win or not, but we did that thing at the Alamo. That was
Yeah.
fun.
And we were integral in rigging the vote.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gus figured out the computer thing.
Yeah, we're all over that. Thanks, Oprah.
When he was actually in the contest, let's talk for reals now. When he was in the contest, he had just tons of votes that were pouring in from everywhere.
And this is the same thing we see over and over again, right?
I want to say he had like 6 million votes. But then there was some other lady who was keeping pace with them, and no way. I
No,
mean,
it,
there's
it was one of those things where the polls closed. Zach was clearly in the lead, and then they released the final tally, and Zach fell to like 7th.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
this
what?
is what I'm saying. We've seen this again and again and again.
Yeah.
Where some
Yeah.
person who's ignorant of the internet, some like corporation, wherever, go, we're going to do this, or we're going to let the internet decide. And the internet decides, and they're like, nah,
Yeah.
we're not going to let the internet decide.
No,
We're gonna
no
do
one
what we
will
want."
notice if we change
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, on second
This is
thought,
pretty much how our elections work.
you don't
too,
fit our
probably.
you don't fit our stereotype or character.
Well,
we're looking
now here's
for.
another good example because I'll be perfectly honest. I don't have the OWN network. I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't
so
have
this,
it either.
this is Oprah's network, and so I want to watch Zach's show.
We also don't have the Longhorn Network.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm a guy from the internet. I want to watch Zach Anders' show. So how do I do it now? You know, it's like I'm locked out from doing it because I don't have the OWN network. Which I get. They're trying to start a network.
Yeah, it's like everything. The new format is you have to go to a sports bar.
Pretty
Watch
much.
it, even if it's on the Oprah
Yeah,
Network.
it's like
You got to
yeah.
go to a sports bar.
It's like now bars are becoming theaters for TV.
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
It's funny because Zach is a genuinely funny guy. That trailer
is.
that they cut here at the office or whatever, that thing I thought was hysterical.
Yeah.
Zach is a funny guy.
How to
Yeah.
be a professional television.
That's great.
Yeah, Zach is a funny dude.
So
man.
anyway, the first 2 episodes premiered this Monday, and I guess they're going to do 2 episodes a week for the next 2 more weeks.
And Zach continues that trend of, if you want to be very successful in entertainment, work for Rooster Teeth for about 5.5 minutes. And that's it. Don't stick around longer.
Just remember that. Keep that in mind, Mila Kunis. I know I said it last week. Don't want to come across as desperate. I'm just going to throw it out there again.
Just throwing it out.
Zach was in the background of one of our shorts.
The one where Jeff falls through the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the secret button.
Yeah.
Secret button one. And yeah, I think 2 days later he had that video and exploded. It's like we were trying to figure out how to work with him and everything, and you know, and we were working all that out, and then all of a sudden he's got a show with Oprah. He's hugging Oprah on national television. So pretty funny. So go see what's the name of the show?
It's Rolling with Zach.
It's Rolling with Zach. So they used he did a series of YouTube videos that were kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
But anyway, go see Zach Anders' show, Rolling with Zach, on the OWN network, Oprah Winfrey
If you
I
Network.
believe it
If you
airs
can get-
Monday nights, correct?
Monday nights, 7 Central, 8 Pacific, or 8 Eastern. Excuse me.
And actually, there was a possibility he would come on today on the podcast, but because of all the stuff we have going on, we couldn't work it out. So hopefully he'll be on sometime in the future.
We're hoping to work it out. So maybe next week, but don't keep your fingers crossed.
Dude, he's a funny dude.
I guess keep your fingers crossed. Don't hold your breath.
You know what else premiered this week that I'm missing out on right now?
Old Republic?
Old Republic. So Adam. Okay, so they're doing early release for Old Republic. It actually comes out officially a week from today.
Fucking Adam was
a week from
absent yesterday. He was out of work.
Yeah.
He
so
had the Alderaan flu.
So yeah. So if you pre-ordered, like based on when you pre-ordered, you
I hear
get
that
early access to the
Millions
game.
of Bothans died. From the Alderaan flu.
And so I'm not in it yet, but Adam is. And is he coming in today?
Well,
No.
Nope. That's
we're having some mail trouble that he's working on right now.
okay.
Wouldn't that necessitate being in the office then?
No, fuck no.
Colo, right?
Yeah.
Fuckers need remote jobs.
So anyway, I'm sitting there. I literally got on last night. And I got so bored waiting for Star Wars that I played WoW some more. So I played some of the new instances, Gus. They're pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't touched the 4.3 patch.
Yeah, that's cool. I watched a video of them downing Deathwing, or raid downing Deathwing.
Hey, you want to see something?
I want to see something.
Look at that.
What is
My
that?
wait is over.
Are you kidding
My
me?
Star Wars saga begins.
God damn it!
Just got it.
So you just got in?
Yep.
I'm gonna check my email now.
I think I don't know if I got. I think I got one of.
No, you didn't. Never got a pre-order. Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play, Joel?
Maybe. I'm scared because if I get sucked in, I don't know if I've got the time.
So anyway, do you think that might be a good time to start talking about the podcast
Yeah, we're talking
awards?
about games. Why not? Let's do it.
Should we segue
Move
into
on.
that? Why I'm going to start complaining immediately. Why is Nyan Cat up there?
God.
Hey, okay. So I wrote down all of our our nominations above the line.
I hear
then
ya.
below the line
All
are
right.
suggestions that
you're legitimate.
we
So-
pulled from
you
the
are
from the
legitimate.
forum.
So how does this work? Like, do we do like 1, 2, and 3 for our favorite, or is it just pick one?
It's a free for all.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
rumble.
All right, I want Assassin's
wait,
Creed
hold on, wait,
Revelations.
wait,
to
wait.
win.
I think the formula of cutting stuff works well.
You think so?
I think so because then we can get into the arguments. We need to narrow it down.
Well, let's start with the
Well,
shittiest.
should we
let's start with the shittiest category.
Should we list?
Which is movie.
All right,
That's true.
We'll start with the movie and we'll list the movie.
Let's go ahead and knock off Rango.
So
I'm gonna veto
we should,
Rango.
we should
Shut up,
list
shut
the
up. We
movies.
need to list everything that we talked about. We got to recap first. So we came up
I think we
with
should knock off Jack.
Harry Potter, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Bridesmaids, Super 8, Rango. And there seemed to be some support in the forums for 50-50, so I wrote that up there as well.
Okay, 50-50 is the movie with
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Or
and not Jonah Hill.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen,
Yeah.
where he has cancer.
Spoiler.
That's in the trailer. I don't know how it ends. I didn't see the movie.
Didn't they do this movie already with Adam Sandler like 2 years ago?
Oh, that was Funny People. That,
Which
funny,
was good,
My
but about an hour
stereotyping-
too long.
My
Well,
stereotyping.
That was the problem. The Funny People is a great movie, except for the 5th act,
Yeah.
which it just like the main character you're supposed to like the whole time just turns and becomes fucking evil. And it's like I hate this guy now. Like they build up the whole movie, you trying to enjoy this character. All of a sudden, it turns and it's like, oh no, he's a raging asshole, and it voids everything in the whole movie. But anyway, let's move on to the movies.
So I think we should strike Harry Potter.
No, you should not.
Harry
Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 is the best movie on
I think
that
this is
list.
the one where we don't have to have the debate.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
We
wins.
don't have to have the debate. Why? What do you feel?
I think it's Harry Potter. Yeah.
Thank
Think
you.
it's Harry Potter?
That's
Yeah.
2. Unless you guys come up with a majority.
What
That's
do you think? What's your?
I say Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
I'm not a massive fan of Harry Potter, but I would have to recognize that, I mean, it's like the Return of the King for the Harry Potter franchise.
It's the accomplishment. It's 8 movies. It's 8 movies and 8 successful movies.
Let me ask you a question.
It's Return of the Jedi.
Just throw this out there. Do you think that Harry Potter is a bigger franchise than Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
You do?
probably.
I would say so too.
More movies, you know.
They do have more movies.
I wonder.
I'm not just going for quantity. I'm just like, overall.
They crank them out every week.
If you went to someone who's in their mid-20s today and said, "I have a copy of Lord of the Rings" or "I have a copy of Harry Potter," they will take Harry Potter out of your hands.
They're being very specific. Someone in their 20s.
Well, I'm
It's
saying
like,
if you go to the target demographic for this, they're gonna love it.
if you go to a preteen and say, "What do you want to watch, Lord of the Rings or Twilight?" Twilight's
We're
much bigger.
Talking about a bigger franchise. I mean, historically, you're going to say Lord of the Rings because it's been around for a long.
Here's the question: Is Harry Potter done now?
Supposedly,
Theoretically, yes.
Because Lord of the Rings is not, right?
J.K. Rowling has said that she the thing. It might not be completely dead, but as of now, Harry Potter's wrapped up.
But we have The Hobbit coming up, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's new Hobbit
people are
movie
going to
coming
plump
out.
that in. So I don't know.
But I mean, Bridesmaids was good, but it was 20 minutes too long for me.
All right, I'm just trying to fight your Harry Potter pick.
No,
I thought Bernie brought up an interesting
of
point yesterday or last week about him being born into it. I thought that was fascinating.
It's very British. It's like the
It's
royalty
also
thing.
and I don't know, in traditional American movies, the guy has to earn it. Oh, he's nothing. I don't know. I find that interesting, but also the fact that he was his uncle.
Well, America at its at its core was formed in response. It's like an anti-royalty country.
I mean,
right?
is that a British thing? I mean, I'm not really super familiar with.
Well, they have a royal family to this day. So,
Right.
So greatness by birthright.
which I never got. I never get that. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't
to
think
me.
they get it. When you talk to them about it, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." But it's like, no, these people have palaces.
No, they do. They do. It's like
there
the
was a-
palace is like worth $600 million. Like, well, just go take it.
There was a fucking special on NBC the other night about the marriage of whoever dumb fucking stupid bitch.
Kate Middleton and
Yeah, it was there was an hour-long special on NBC. Like, who the fuck is watching this?
somebody is.
People watch the hell out of that stuff, which is like it's always like disappointing.
It's like Keeping Up
people
with the
always
Kardashians, the European version, essentially.
Or Jersey Shore. It's like I don't know.
I don't know if I had to watch those dancing hamsters from the Kia commercial or that royal wedding.
I've watched the royal wedding,
I'd probably watch the dancing hamsters.
Oh God, see, I differ with you on that.
Yeah, it's just so awful to me.
The dancing hamsters are more soulless.
All right. So what should we do now? Should we start marking them off?
It sounded like
It's Harry Potter.
the three of you agreed on Harry Potter.
I'm
which
saying Harry Potter. Deathly Hallows Part 2.
makes it the winner.
All right.
Hey,
Congratulations, Harry Potter.
Is there
and the Deathly
confetti
Hallows
or
Part 2.
anything?
Do we have poppers? I know Gus has poppers in his office. Should we go grab some? Oh, there's no earthquake right now.
Did you guys see the Machinima Awards?
So can we officially just say then, you're a winner, Harry? I mean, watch the damn movies.
That's the only reason you voted. That's how you could say that.
I know. I would do. I mean, come on. Harry Potter's got to win.
No, it's got to.
Yeah. Okay. What should we move to? DLC?
I say TV.
TV?
Yeah.
This is another, absolutely category. Go ahead, Gus.
We had nominated Breaking Bad, Modern Family, Walking Dead, Adventure Time, and Community. And below the line there, I see, we left off, or maybe things we should consider as well, were Dexter and Louie.
Dexter has been fantastic this season. But that's one of those shows, I don't like putting a show on there that people don't have access to. Which Dexter's an HBO, or Showtime, and,
because the show was born into greatness.
What?
Never mind.
It was born in blood. Anyway, I love Dexter, though.
Yeah, I know you're a huge fan, and I was actually a little surprised that we didn't bring up either of these.
Yeah.
in last week's discussion.
Yeah, we started talking about Louis today and didn't even think about the show.
I'm going to say I'm going to go with Zach's show.
Roland Zach.
Roland Zach should win.
Louis had a good season.
I'm still getting caught up on the second season, but I'm really enjoying it. I think of that list, though, I would have to pick Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. I'm gonna have to go with as well.
The feedback that I hear from people is Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad this season was one of the most incredible seasons on TV. I mean, every character in that show is amazing. Like everyone is like fleshed out those characters so well, and everyone's got these great storylines. I can't. And there's no other show beats it right now for me. And I mean, I love Dexter. I love Community. But no, Breaking Bad is bar none best show of 2011.
Have you seen Adventure Time?
I've not seen Adventure Time, but I cannot imagine it's better than Breaking Bad.
You on the same boat, Bernie?
Well, what won last year for TV show for us?
Modern Family.
So I would vote for Louis just because the last 2 seasons of Louis have been tremendous, and I know Breaking Bad's going to win. I just started watching Breaking Bad. I'm not up to the season that currently aired this time. So I don't know what to tell you. I would vote for Louis, but I know Breaking Bad's going to win. But Breaking Bad's awesome. They're both really awesome.
It's got to be Breaking Bad, right?
Oh, sounds like it.
It's got to be.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to circle that one.
All right. Congratulations,
Hey, this
Breaking
is-
Bad.
Maybe-
We haven't gotten any fistfights yet. This is amazing.
Well, oh, we're kind of going through the easy ones.
Yeah.
well-
These are the ones sort of like.
I was trying to be optimistic.
I'm
Gus.
saving game for the end.
I'm
we
still pissed off about
we
games.
can fight some more over that one.
All right, so Gus
Circling
now,
it.
he's circling
Circling the
Breaking
board.
Bad as our winner for the Rooster Teeth
Hey.
Podcast 2011 Best Television Show, as selected by us, the podcastors.
What's the next easy one?
Oh God, I don't know. They're going to get kind of hard
They're gonna
now.
get hard.
DLC or internet video is going to be.
Seems like
let's do DLGC. Remember,
DLGC,
Bernie
excuse
copyrighted
me. All right.
downloadable game content. DLGC.
Do you want to run down the list?
Yeah, we got Portal 2 peer review, Mass Effect 2 The Arrival, Dead Space 2 Severed, Crimson Alliance, Orcs Must Die, and Halo Reach Anniversary Map Pack. And based on feedback in the forum, people thought we overlooked Bastion.
That game is a lot of hype around that game.
Yeah, Bernie and I were at this award thing we did last week, and Bastion took in like 3 awards for like independent games.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah, like
I played it. It was okay.
How
Yeah.
far did you get into it?
I think I probably got like halfway through it.
one neat thing too.
It's
is
also
like,
got a good look to it, like the
Yeah.
style that they chose.
it's almost like Braid, right? Like that sort of colorful look to it.
yeah, it's got a colorful look to it. I wouldn't
It's like
I wouldn't say Braid, but yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's definitely reminiscent of that super stylized, super colorful, almost like a painting or
Yeah.
some very rich art to it.
One neat thing was I think like 4 guys made that game too, which is kind of cool to see something
I
of
don't
that
know,
caliber
yeah.
made by such
Should
a
I-
small team.
I mean, that's a question if that goes into the equation or not.
No, I mean I'm just throwing it out.
Just throwing it
there.
out there, just discussion.
Kind of like history of the game. I mean, I honestly, I'll be honest, I haven't touched it. I haven't played it at all. I've
Yeah.
seen some stuff from it and it looks great, but what? I'm providing information on the thing.
I'm
What
with
are
you.
you talking
I just love the fact that it's like we have this thing, and 3 of the 4 of us have not touched this game. We're trying to talk around it. It's like, yeah, well,
Oh, I played it. I'm willing to talk about it. But I just wanted to, I guess say that I liked it and it was a good game, but I don't think it was DLGC of the year.
Yeah.
I
I'll be honest. Of the 7 things we have up there, I've only played 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. So,
Yeah, this one's going to be kind of tough. I thought this one would be a little easier than it really is.
I mean, I love Dead Space 2 Severed. I mean, I think I might be the only person in here who played that. But as far as a narrative, like additional narrative goes, that was great.
I agree with that.
Crimson Alliance was fantastic. That was some of the most fun I've had playing an arcade game in a long time. Of course, the Reach Anniversary Map Pack, that's kind of tough to put up there because it was DLC, the DLGC for Reach, but it was also part of a retail release.
But the retail release was still for Reach, like the multiplayer component of Halo Anniversary was still Halo.
It's sort of
Reach.
a weird
Yeah.
phantom zone to be in, but I mean those are great too.
I also feel like I'm not objective about that one.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, yeah, I mean it's we're all huge fans, and I think
Oh no, it's great. I mean, I love this kind of thing. They actually announced this week at the VGAs they're re-releasing. It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, which is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 redone in like with HD graphics and everything like that. And I'm super excited for that to
Nice.
come out because I played the crap out of those games.
I think those are the last ones of those I played. Like I played Tony Hawk 1, I played Tony Hawk 2, and I don't think I ever played anything beyond that.
I made up to I think let's see, it was 3, 4. American Wasteland, and then like 2 or 3 others. I think Project 8 was the last one I touched, and they released, Ride with the board that Bernie ate shit on.
I was a huge fan of that franchise back in the day.
Oh, it was great. I mean, I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 in my dorm room at UT. Or actually, take it back. My friends were playing it on my Dreamcast while I was editing our short film we were working on. And that's actually where I became an editor. They were busy playing, and I was like, I guess I'll edit this movie,
And now they're all pro skaters.
and now they're all married with kids and have lame jobs. So
Okay, so let's cut to the chase here. Which one would you think you would pick, Jack?
oh god, it's between Severed and Crimson Alliance for me.
I'm leaning towards Severed.
Yeah,
I think for me, I'm kind of torn between Portal 2 and
Although
what?
I don't know.
Joel and I
I
started playing
really
Portal 2
liked
the other
Orcs
night.
Must Die, but I liked it so much I must think something's wrong with me.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say I'm torn between Portal 2 and Crimson Alliance myself.
We have a big divide here.
Bernie,
What about you, Bernie? What do you feel? What are you feeling for DLGC?
what are your 2?
Oh my god, I'm gonna go with Reach Anniversary Map Pack and Crimson Alliance.
So we have almost. All right. So we've got
So we got
two
th- we
for
got-
Crimson Alliance.
hold
No,
on,
we
let me
have
get it
3
up
for
here.
Crimson Alliance.
We have 3 for Crimson Alliance.
Yeah, because I said Severed and Crimson Alliance. Gus said.
All right.
Or wait,
That.
Yeah.
What did you say, Joel?
I said Severed, but
he said I said Severed and Crimson Alliance. Joel said Severed and
Orcs.
Orcs Must Die.
Yeah. No, I'm on the island there.
So put another one next to Severed and there.
That's
and then
right.
one next to Orcs Must Die.
Yeah. But it's over now. It's Crimson Alliance, right? Crimson Alliance has 3.
No, wait, because I put the wrong one there.
No, because Joel had Orcs Must Die and Crimson Alliance.
I think
Okay, I see.
we need to bring in a third
Who
party.
said Severed also then? Someone else said Severed.
Joel and I both said Severed.
But that's 3 for him then.
Wait.
How can you say...
Oh no, sorry. Bernie, me, and you said Crimson Alliance.
Okay.
There we go.
Right.
So that's 2, 4.
9.
We need to bring in Arthur Anderson Miller. Right?
Well, you're counting. That's the L in Arrival.
Oh.
I did the exact same thing when I was counting.
How come your ones and your L's look exactly the same?
It's a
maddening.
Roman numeral. It's an I.
We got to take a photo of
This is
that.
Crimson Alliance. You should take a photo of that.
Okay, then. I guess we have a
that-
circle.
is that you- is that-
everyone okay with that?
A majority winner is going to be Crimson Alliance. I'm okay with Crimson Alliance.
People
winning.
are also this is getting political because they're trying to buy sway now by not pushing
You know,
it. So they can get it
that is true. The multiplayer map pack and Crimson Alliance are both made by our friends here in Austin.
Edit. We're both made by Certain Affinity here in Austin.
All right,
All right,
Alliance. It's
Crimson
circled.
Alliance is being circled. There
Once
we go.
it's circled, that's it.
All right, congratulations goes
You know,
out
I
to Crimson
realized
Alliance.
whoever
This
can
is-
grab the pin from Gus has the power.
This is a dry erase marker. This is permanent. This is as official as it gets.
All right,
forever.
so what do we have left? We have game and we
Game,
have
internet
internet
video.
video.
All right, so internet video next.
I say internet video.
Internet video. Dude, of
So
course.
we had listed Cat versus Hairdryer, the Look at Me Now cover by Carmen. I wrote Igor Cat, but I think it's actually Frankenstein Cat. Brush with Death by Corridor Digital. Friday by Rebecca Black. The Drunk Guy Falls Down the Steps. And in the thread, in the forum on the website, people were suggesting Connectimals.
Yay.
Nyan Cat, the Connectimals video that
Joel and I
that
did.
you two did. Nyan
That
Cat,
immediately
Chuck Testa,
would suck.
Portal, No Escape, and of course we just talked about the Wally World rap.
Walla, walla,
So-
walla.
I have mine picked out.
You
I
have-
know. I know exactly which. I know exactly which one I've got picked out.
They're,
It's 100% for me. I know.
Joel's got Cat versus Hairdryer.
I have Cat versus Hairdryer. That's what I have. A Cat versus Hairdryer.
See, the Cat versus Hairdryer, I didn't hear about it until literally the last podcast, and
Listen.
to me that doesn't mean it's like
Cat
I
versus
agree.
Hairdryer has everything. It has one thing versus another thing. So you've got conflict. It has a cat.
It doesn't have resolution, though.
It has a cat. Does it have resolution? No, it has a resolution.
Who wins the
A
conflict?
satisfied viewer.
man, I don't know, man. Chuck Testa was great.
But he went to that internet class, so it's right.
I want to see proof of that. Like you said this, and like
Besides, it wasn't that great of a video.
that was pretty good.
I'm with you.
I mean, you're just you like.
I mean, honestly,
you like
I
squirrels.
think if I had to
dancing
pick,
around.
I hate to say it, I would pick Friday.
That's where I would lean.
God dang.
As much as I hate
It
Rebecca
was
Black,
such a pervasive video that went everywhere.
It was extremely pervasive. It was genuinely weird. Like people couldn't put their finger. It was genuine.
Yeah.
In its weirdness.
and it was so polarizing too.
It was polarizing.
I don't think it was polarizing. I don't think there was anyone who.
Oh no,
No, it was polarizing.
There's some, there's
there
some
were-
people do that ironic love, like, oh, it's so funny. It's like, no, it's terrible.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh no, it's so funny. Like,
Yeah.
no. We have some people in our office that are like that.
And it had staying power, and people know about the video.
Yeah,
I mean, it's.
there
widely
was
known.
that. Was it Kohl's? They did.
Yeah,
the,
there's a Kohl's commercial.
Yeah.
The
And
Black,
and
Black
she,
Friday.
and the girl who did it parlayed it into more stuff. So
She was in the
that's a
Katy
win-
Perry
that's a win
music
for her.
video.
I mean,
Oh, she was?
turned,
Yeah.
she turned it into something, so that's a huge win. The
Yeah.
cat only got a hairdryer.
He didn't even get that.
And even the girl in pink got her own music video too.
She did?
Yeah.
What was her name? I forget what her name
Girl in
was.
pink.
We talked about her on the
Yeah.
podcast a long time ago.
Well, she gave us a call. Or she gave us a shout out.
Yeah.
Right. And her response video. I forget her name though. The most awkward dancing girl ever. Is that her name?
God, I'm trying to remember what her name is.
It's like Josie. No, God, I can't remember.
been playing
I
Star
keep
Wars.
wanting to say Rebecca, but I know that's not right.
Rebecca. So yeah, I would lean towards Friday out of all that. I mean, the drunk guy falling down was great, but I mean, we already had a drunk guy falling down winner.
That
Like,
shouldn't affect it. We can't judge all drunk guys because of one drunk guy.
Nyan Cat, it's like, is that even... that's an animated GIF with music behind
That's
it.
not
That's all
a
it
video.
is.
Well, I'm going to vote for Friday.
I'm going to vote Friday, too.
That's 2.
Am I going to be in like with all of the winning votes? I don't think for game. I don't think I will be, but
Bernie, Joel?
I mean, again, it seems like if we each pick 2, if I'm forced to pick 2, then I'm forced to pick Cat versus Hairdryer and Friday. So
you're not voting for yourself, Joel? Not voting for
no, it's weird to vote for yourself.
I would vote for Drunk Guy Falls Down just because I love it so much. Even though it wasn't that pervasive, I just loved it so much. I mean, Chuck Testa I saw everywhere, so I'd say maybe that. But yeah, Drunk Guy Falls Down, I love it. And I got to put a vote for Friday, too. Let me do Drunk Guy Falls Down and Friday are my 2 votes.
So yours would have been there, yours would have been there. What's your secondary, Jack?
my secondary? Probably the Carmen cover. They'll Look at Me Now. That's another one I've watched multiple times.
I'll give my second one to this guy.
He's giving it to Drunk Guy Falls Down. So looks like Friday's going to win with 3 votes.
Friday wins.
Congratulations, Rebecca Black. Because I'm sure you don't have enough money as it is to make more music videos.
I'm sure the endorsement she's going to wrap up through our.
Yeah.
I know people are going to be really pissed off about this in the forum.
That's true. People are going to be pissed off about this. It seems I don't know. It doesn't seem right.
It was one of the biggest videos ever
Absolutely.
on the internet, I think.
Absolutely.
And I think you need to recognize that, even if you don't like the song.
I think even my parents may know what Friday is.
Yeah.
You know, my parents don't know what Chuck Testa is.
It's a balance, you know. I mean, there's a lot of different variables that goes into the vote.
Yeah, it's not just. You're right. We should clarify. It's not just the video that got the most views or something like that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean this is our favorite video, too. I mean, like, there's other videos up there I would much rather watch.
That's the struggle, right? Because it's like,
but it's like
on videos, I would never. I can't watch the video.
Yeah,
but it's like,
you have to appreciate what it means, you know.
Okay.
to our country and our.
All right, this is the big category, Gus.
So we're left with Game of the Year, and we had
Hotly
We
contested.
had no write-ins.
Put Assassin's Creed Revelations up there.
No, I don't think there were any real write-ins that we hadn't considered.
I
already.
never.
I think all of the write-ins were games that we had listed and then eliminated.
Okay.
So that leaves us with Skyrim, Portal 2, Minecraft, Uncharted 3, and Old Republic. And I want to say something about that real fast.
Okay.
Some people were a little upset that we nominated Old Republic because they say we didn't nominate Minecraft last year because it wasn't out. So I want to clarify, Old Republic does come out
December
this year.
20th.
It's out now.
Yeah, Minecraft
Early release is out now, but it
Minecraft
officially
was still
releases.
in beta. This game does officially release this year.
Yes, December 20th.
I think
2011.
there was some confusion about that.
I've got.
Confusion on the internet, you say?
Yes.
I mean, you guys knocked out my my 3 favorite games. You knocked out 2 last week, so there's only 1 I have left up there that I'm even going to vote for. So,
Well, what are your 2?
my other 2 were.
What are your 2?
My
on
2,
here?
Old Republic and Old Republic. No, I'd say Old Republic and Portal 2 would be my other one.
God, Portal 2 was so friggin' good.
The fact they had a single player story where you don't interact with any other beings.
Here's the thing.
is amazing.
The thing is that Portal 2 is awesome in so many ways. Like it's clearly evident to anyone who plays Portal 2 how awesome of a game it is.
But
all those games are really great. But here's one point that somebody brought up about Portal 2, and it's the replayability. I mean, I guess you could argue that you could go back through and find quicker ways to go through the levels, but I don't know that is super engaging.
They're releasing tools now to make your own Portal maps.
That's
that's coming out next year.
That's not in. I mean, that's DLC, right? I mean, that's not even.
Yeah, that would
in
be DLGC.
DLGC. Sorry. So, I mean, if we've gone to the trouble of creating DLGC, then we should keep in mind that it's not in the game.
But I mean, the story of Portal 2, gee, it's so good. I mean, J.K. Simmons would win if we had a best voice actor this year, right? Like, or
Him and Nolan North would probably be.
I mean,
there.
we're doing the formula of picking 2, right? I think that works.
Yeah, that seems to work. What are your 2 then, Joel?
Old Republic is 1.
Okay, that's 2 votes for Old Republic.
I think it's. I mean, you know, and it's funny. And Portal 2
and Portal 2.
I had to go through my own thought process there just to confirm. That was my one.
So you're just kind of thinking out loud?
I was thinking out loud.
All right. So Portal 2 and Old Republic both have 2 votes, and we have 2 people left.
That Uncharted 3 trailer was fucking
for me-
awesome.
What?
That the Uncharted 3 trailer is awesome. I haven't played the game.
I'll vote for Portal 2 and Minecraft. That's what I would vote for.
Portal 2 and Minecraft.
No offense to the people who make Old Republic, which is a great game.
Well, here's the one thing against here's the one knock against Old Republic is it just came out and I haven't sunk my teeth into the game.
Yeah.
It's an MMO that literally just came out.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's like.
we're-
I've played a lot of the beta.
and
I've played through a lot of it, but I know there's a lot of other stuff.
Oh no, that's
in
the
the game
thing
I
for
haven't
me.
sunk my teeth into.
I've touched maybe a third of one class, one of the 8 classes in
Yeah.
Old Republic, and I've spent 6 months playing that
And
game.
you can think about the amount of time you've spent with that content.
Yeah,
Versus
I mean that's the thing too. Is like, I mean, we've had the beta for a long time now, and I've honestly put in months and months of gameplay already, and everything got erased, and I'm excited to get back into it and immediately start playing again. Like,
Yeah.
even though everything's gone, I'm like, all right, let's do it again. You know, and I did that 5 times, so that says something.
We're going to have a little bit of a problem because my 2 are Old Republic and Uncharted 3.
All right, so we're gonna have to do a runoff between Portal 2 and Old Republic. I lost my brain there.
Yeah, Portal 2 and Old Republic.
All
They're
right.
both great games. Don't get me wrong.
Well, it's like we've had a chance to really explore Portal 2. We haven't had a chance to explore Old Republic.
Well, you may not.
This
have.
is going to be hard.
I'm gonna go with Old Republic.
So
You
I
put-
think we're going to have 2 on 2 here, Old Republic and Portal 2.
all right.
I think you and I are going to go Old Republic, and I think those 2 are going to. I think Jack and I are going to go Old Republic, and I think Joel and Bernie are both going to go Portal 2.
No, I'm going to go Old Republic.
You are?
Joel's going Old Republic. Wow.
All
right.
With a shrug. I mean, that was not nearly as painful as I was expecting.
It was painful internally. I've managed to keep it internal, the debate internal.
You've been working on pain management? Mm-hmm.
All right, Bernie, do you have any say for the final 2? I assume you're probably going to pick Portal 2 over Old Republic.
I don't want to make this decision. I really don't want to make this decision.
Well, for what it's worth, your vote doesn't matter.
I'm voting for Portal 2 then.
Okay. All right, so no unanimous. There we go. All right, so Old Republic, congratulations. You are the Rooster Teeth Podcast Award 2011 Game of the Year. That might be the first game, or we might be one of the first awards they're going to get right after the game comes out. Right?
Yeah, could be.
All right, so there we go. Congratulations. That is the Rooster Teeth Podcast Awards 2011. Should we recap it, Gus?
Yeah, so we had movie, Harry Potter.
And Deathly Hallows Part 2.
And some shit. DLGC was Crimson Alliance. Internet video... Oh, I'm sorry. TV was Breaking Bad. Internet video was Friday. And Old Republic was the game.
Awesome. I'm cool with all of those. I'm not upset by any of those.
Yeah, I think they're all solid choices. I think they're all really, really solid choices. I know I gave you some shit about Harry Potter, but I was trying to start some shit.
Oh, no.
I
that's
mean,
what
it's
you
important to have shit.
yeah,
Shit's important to have.
Wise words spoken by Joel Heyman.
Shit is important to have.
Can I quote you on Twitter? That's one of my favorite things to do is whenever Joel says something stupid, is just quote him on Twitter.
you should just start a text file like I do with
Yeah,
Brandon.
you mean fucking awesome, Jack. That's what you mean.
What?
You mean whenever I say something fucking awesome.
Yes. When you say something fucking awesome.
By the way, so Jack is no longer going to be appearing in any of the...
So you got anything else? I mean, have you been plowing away at more Achievement Hunter videos? You just released that. Did you release one the other? No, you didn't.
No,
Never
we
mind.
did the
Yeah.
Connectables video. We recorded one yesterday. I think it's hilarious. Joel's unsure about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's... I don't know.
I think it's funny. Bernie watched it. What do you think about it?
He hates it.
That's a great reaction.
So we should make a video of the year.
What?
Sorry, what are we talking about? What have we seen?
No,
The
I don't know. Why are we
the
talking
new
about
the new Joel video from yesterday.
No.
No, the new one that he did with the
Don't say the name of the
stuff
game.
and the other things.
the stuff with the crazy montage.
Yeah, no, Joel's funny, man. Joel's on a hell of a roll, so you can't take that away from him.
No, I thought it was funny. I want to release it.
You can
Joel's
take it
unsure.
away. You can take it away.
Can you?
They're going to take it away from me after they see the video.
Are you gonna wire it to Puerto Rico?
I got a check. I did a check from Singapore today. It was awesome.
You've got a check from
DLC.
Singapore.
Yeah, the whole
What?
from illegal gambling.
Oh,
No, or I don't know. Is it illegal to gamble
Yes.
online? It is.
Yes.
yeah, it definitely is.
I hope I don't go to jail.
Why? Why is that illegal?
I don't know. Our country's out of control.
No kidding.
Too many They just need to calm down.
There's so many stupid things in our country.
Yeah,
It's like, it's illegal to gamble unless you're in Las Vegas, and it's perfectly legal to gamble. It's illegal to have prostitutes. Unless you're in Reno or
Unless you're in Nevada, but not Vegas.
Yeah. It's legal to smoke pot. unless you're in California and you have a card for it. It's like, why not just across the
It's
board?
funny 'cause they say it in that voice too.
They do.
They go, "You're in trouble." Unless you're.
But even then, like the pot thing, they have trouble with that, right? Like, there's dispensaries, but the DEA raids them.
Yeah, well,
it's like the state.
It doesn't make any
No,
sense.
it's state in the state law it is legal, but in federal law it is illegal. So like the feds can come in and say, "Oh, this is illegal; it's against law," and then the state police are like, "Oh no, it's legal," but then the feds override them. So
I guess it's the ultimate rule of who has the better lawyer at the end of the day.
yeah, how much money do you need?
That's how the Civil War started. States' rights versus federal rights. Not because of pot.
Not because who had a better lawyer.
No, not who had a better lawyer.
So we'll see. Do you think marijuana will be legal in your lifetime?
Do I think it will?
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Like
on a national level?
Yeah, like recreational marijuana. Do you think
On a
it'll be
national level?
Yes. In this country, do you think
I don't
it'll
think
be
it
legal?
will.
No, I don't think so.
I think it might. Maybe in like 20 years from now.
I don't see it. No.
Well,
I don't want to get too political, but
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, there's a thing now where they're trying to reclassify marijuana as a different grade of drug. Like right now, it's like classified as like harmful or something like that, or like it's some special classification. But they're trying to degrade it down to where it'll be in the same sort of like category as like medicinal. Essentially, it'll be like certain forms of morphine and like Valium and a few things like that. Well, I forget what exactly it is. I'm sure I'm way off here, but I know that's like basically they're challenging the FDA to say, why is this so bad? And then the FDA is going to have to either make up something or look at the actual facts and downgrade.
Yeah, it's legally classified as a Schedule 1 narcotic, so it's in the same group as heroin, LSD, MDMA, and methaqualone.
And they're trying to knock it down to grade 2 or Schedule 2.
Probably lower than that, I would think. Schedule 2 is still like cocaine and morphine.
I think that might be it, because do they use, like, I might be way off, but do they use cocaine in some medicinal forms?
I don't think they do they?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn I heard something about that, like in super special cases. Well, I don't know. I'm probably off.
Yeah, and then Schedule 3 is like amphetamines, Valium, Xanax. That's like prescription stuff.
Yeah, okay.
The Schedule 4 is stuff I've never heard of. Your talk of drugs made me think. You remember this past summer there was that woman who was in the parking garage here in Austin, and she crawled through the ventilation duct and died, like in the Perry Steakhouse. I guess they released her autopsy, and I guess she was on some kind of drug.
It was like LSD.
Those bath salts. I don't know if you heard of that. It's
really?
What?
Yeah, I guess it's like something that
There's
I don't know how you do it, or like you smoke it or inject it or something, and I guess like it's kind of like cocaine / meth / hallucinogenic.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry, I'm confused. In the bath salt, I don't understand how this works.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's some process where they.
But it
can
has
get
the
to
word bath salts in it.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that.
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty
It
much-
just goes to show you, if somebody wants to get effed up, they're
There's
going to
probably-
find a way.
yeah, there's probably some
They're gonna
way.
they're going to make a way. They're going to find a way to make it happen.
There's some chemical process that you could probably achieve to get yourself
And
destroyed
it's
on
always
something.
you always hear that story of like, oh, the lady, jumped into the pool with the killer whale to say hi. It's later like, it turns out she was high on PCP. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Is anyone surprised?
Yeah,
Trying to say hi to the killer whale. It's like, oh, she was high on PCP.
Wait, she wasn't level-headed at the time? I don't get it.
So she had MDPV in her system, or methylene provolone. I don't know, something.
Jeez.
So I guess it's like
dominant.
some kind of designer drug, and it's used to make bath salts sold in head shops.
Wow.
People will find a way. Who is that? Is that the
That's
person?
her. That's her.
Is that the lady who died in the
Yeah.
pipe?
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't think she'd be so good looking. Is that a stereotype? I don't know what it means.
Like someone who's on drugs and it gets crazy.
Yeah,
and
what a waste. Bath salts.
Waste of bath salts? Is that what you're saying?
Waste of bath salts.
So let that be a lesson to everyone.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, what happened? They found people were
I
working.
guess it's like she went missing, and then she got trapped in some ductwork in a restaurant in downtown Austin.
and she was trying to get into.
She was trying to get into the restaurant, but
Yeah.
couldn't make it.
through a duct.
Yeah, and I think
like
that
an air
was
conditioning
back
duct.
like in June, I think.
Sheesh, man.
I guess she used to work at that restaurant,
Uh-huh.
so I guess maybe she thought she knew the building or knew like some kind of secret. No, she was on drugs.
Yeah, she was on drugs. She was crazy.
I don't know. How do you get stuck in it? I don't know.
Like
That's a weird
I
thing.
saw a diagram of it. It's like
Uh-huh.
there was an angle, and like she fell, and then there was a drop, and it's like she became trapped where it was like too narrow to go forward, but she couldn't get back up, and it was too steep to get out.
You never see that in the video game. You never see that turn in the movie.
I would like to think if I got trapped in something like that, I would be able to like contort my body in some way to be able to prop myself up and out. You know, like have you ever seen like the kids?
But
who,
keep
like,
in mind, you're also like stoned out of your mind on whatever.
well, she was in there for like 3 days. Like I wonder how quickly she died. Like if she sobered up while she was still in there or what. But
Ugh.
God, that must have been fucking terrible.
yeah, that's got to be one of the worst ways to die ever. But you know what I'm talking about though. Like you think you.
I've had some bad hangovers, but I can't imagine having a bad hangover. You know, you have a bad hangover and you're stuck in a tube.
You wake up and you're like, why am I in a tomb?
It's like I really got to go to the bathroom, but I'm in a tube.
Yeah, I guess she was missing for about a month before they found her body in there.
gross.
Yeah.
God damn, that sucks.
I did something fun this weekend.
That's sort of a downer. Uh-huh.
I went to Button-Umathon. Do we talk about that?
Oh yeah, let's talk about Button-Umathon.
So I went to Button-Umathon, which is the 24-hour film festival that is held by Ain't It Cool News for Harry Knowles' now 40th birthday. Harry Knowles is 40 years old.
That's crazy.
For those of you who don't know
40?
who Harry Knowles is, he's pretty much the original blogger. Like he started keeping a blog back before anybody else that I had ever heard of, back in the mid '90s, and he would do movie reviews and things like that. And I guess he just raised enough in notoriety to where he got to the point where studios started to notice him, and so he does this thing on his birthday every year where you go to the Alamo, you sit your butt in a chair, and for 24 hours you watch movies. I think we watched 14 movies in 24 hours, and we saw some pretty good stuff. We saw Tintin, which was great.
Looks awesome.
We saw Hugo, which is already out.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm
that
looking
was
at the
weird.
list here.
So it's a combination of movies that are about to come out and then classic vintage movies that are thematically
Stuff that he
similar.
likes, probably, right?
Yeah, stuff he likes. Yeah, for sure. And one of the movies we saw was a movie starring Liam Neeson. It was by the guy who made Smokin' Aces and something else.
That's Joe Carnahan.
Yeah, and he made this movie called The Gray, which I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna say right now, if you're hearing this, you're gonna go look it up. Do not watch the trailer for this movie, and don't watch the trailer trying to figure out why I'm telling you not to watch the trailer. Just don't watch it. Don't watch it. It shows some of the better scenes in the movie.
Is Liam Neeson being a badass?
It's Liam Neeson, where essentially the story is that he's a guy who kills wolves for an oil company, and it's like in the Arctic. It's like northern Alaska, not the Arctic, but way out there in like snow tundra. And so he shoots wolves, to keep the workers safe. And then, very long story short, he ends up in a situation where he's at the mercy of the wolves, but knows them really well and stuff like that. And he's helping other people. Man, is it a what are you laughing about over there? It is a great movie. It is a great, great movie.
It's like he has to make dinner for the wolves and stuff, and like do their dishes,
It's like what that old,
clean their
the
house.
old story of like the baby left in the wild and the wolves raise him. It's like normally wolves probably wouldn't do that. You see, they just eat. Our wolves are real. Our wolves are real.
It's sad that I'm on Joel's level right now.
I don't even buy.
Surprisingly, I don't think there's been like a documented instance of a wolf ever attacking a person.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like that. I don't know if I'm just too.
Did you see the movie?
I don't buy that wolves are a threat to anyone.
Did you see the movie Frozen? By chance?
No, that was played at Button-Umathon earlier, right?
Yeah, it did.
We also saw Mission Impossible 4 in 70mm. They bust us the IMAX and saw that.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's badass.
But I do want to talk about Mission Impossible more, but I'm looking at the list here. Did you watch some Ghost Rider thing?
I heard awesome things about that.
I went to a Button-Umathon a couple years ago, which we should have Harry on here.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We went to a Button-Umathon a couple years ago. I did, and it was brutal. And I literally said to Harry, I said, I admit it. You beat me. You have cinematically destroyed me, and I'm not coming back. And I didn't go back for 2 years, and thankfully, it's a very hard thing to get into. Thankfully, Harry was nice enough to let me go back when I applied this year to go again. And this year, not a single bad movie.
That's awesome.
Except Ghost Rider. Man, I don't know what it was. Ghost Rider was made by the guys who made Crank, and I just...
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And there was something to it. They showed a director's reel before they showed the movie. The director's reel was incredible. These guys are maniacs. They're like they're shooting, Ghost Rider's on a motorcycle. It's based on a Marvel comic. The director has a camera in his hand and he's on rollerblades. He's following Ghost Rider who's on a motorcycle. The director's being dragged with the camera by another motorcycle that goes faster than Ghost Rider's motorcycle, and then he lets go, and that his fairy motorcycle pulls away, and he goes past Ghost Rider on rollerblades at like 80 miles an hour.
That's pretty
Jesus Christ.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. They should put the
Who
director's reel out.
wouldn't want to see a movie about that more?
Yeah, right. And then we saw the movie, and it was just. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Is this the Nicolas Cage?
I'm
one?
not a huge Nicolas Cage fan.
Yeah.
I'm not into the whole.
Is there such a thing as a
Wait, is
Nicolas
it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Nicolas Cage again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a new guy.
No, it is. It might be just like an insane person who looks just like Nicolas Cage.
Matt saw Nicolas Cage behind a visual effects studio one time when he was in LA, and this was like 10 years ago. And Matt said, "Wow, he looks like a belt."
What? Well, I think people get surprised by actors when they see him in person. Like
Always shorter than you think they're going to
I
be.
have to admit, I love Tom Cruise. Seriously,
Really?
Tom, if you're listening, I love you. He was looking a little rough. In
Oh, was
Mission
he?
Impossible 4.
This is last
man.
one, right? I think he's handing it off.
Yeah,
This
they're
is-
handing out to Jeremy Renner, right?
This is the last one he's
Yeah, at the end of it, I think they had his funeral and they buried him.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Nothing happened with the character for a funeral or anything like that. But
Is anyone-
nothing did
is
not
anyone-
happen. I don't want.
God, no.
Spoiler. I don't want to anti-spoil.
Is anyone committed enough to the Mission Impossible characters at this point where it's like,
Well, I like what's his name? The Scotty from Star Trek.
Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg. I love Simon Pegg's character in Mission Impossible 3, and he's in 4. So
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
he's so awesome. Yeah, he's great. There's a shot. I don't think I'm ruining anything here because you've seen the clips of like Tom Cruise doing stunts in Dubai. There's a shot that you have to see in IMAX in Mission Impossible 4. It's directed by Brad Bird. Did you mention that? Yeah. There's a sandstorm coming into Dubai, and he's chasing a guy because that's all Mission Impossible is chasing and then punching. And Tom Cruise is chasing after this dude, and he comes out of this building, and the sandstorm is like about to overtake them. It's a low angle looking at the sky of this wall of sand behind him as he's running. It's probably one of the best shots I've ever seen in a movie ever.
That's awesome.
So
Wow.
it's so great. It looks like Tom Cruise is running out of the gates of hell.
that's cool.
Basically.
I've really been excited about this movie. I'm glad to hear that it lived up to expectations.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff loved 3 a lot.
Yeah, 3 was really good.
Yeah.
3 was awesome.
I like 3 a lot, and Philip Seymour Hoffman is a great bad guy too.
My one complaint about that movie was he was a bad guy, but you're not really sure why.
Yeah, he's just kind of like evil, but I mean, he was like a smart evil, whereas like this guy could win,
He's like Count Dooku. It's like after a while, after you watch the Star Wars movies, you're like, wait a minute. Count Dooku's right. He's a good guy. It's like so confusing, the Count Dooku character in because they set him up as a villain, but he's the one guy who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's fighting everybody.
Yeah, because he knew Palpatine was trying to take over the whole Republic, right?
Right.
Like he knew, and he was like, "No, it's just happening." But he was working with Sidious for. Yeah,
He was a Sith, but he was fighting them to try to stop them,
It's like 20 layers deep, man.
Yeah.
It's like 20 layers deep.
and then he gets his head cut off immediately.
Yeah. Well, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you got to cut a bitch's head off.
shift of power.
But dude, seriously, go see The Gray when it comes out. And I'm probably overselling it, but man, I loved it. But somebody asked me on Twitter the other day what my favorite book is, and I have a weird qualification. My favorite book is the first 125 pages of The Crossing by Cormac McCarthy. There's like parts to the book, and part 1 is great. And it's weird because it's all about a wolf. I might like wolves and just not realize it, but it's about a boy's adventure with a wolf.
We should get you that T-shirt.
And I even say it right. I say wolf and not woof. It always makes me laugh. People say woof.
People say that?
People call wolves woofs. Yeah.
Wow.
They go, yeah, he was getting attacked by the woof. You
just
never heard that?
No.
I will say this too. I'm gonna. Here's how good this movie is. How much I like this movie.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's really a really great movie,
Yeah.
but I just really responded to it. You know those movies that are like that. I will now retract my statement that I can beat any animal because I could not fucking take one of these wolves. I know I couldn't. I'd give it a good shot, but I don't know, man. These things are unbelievable.
Looks like
They're
it,
But you can take.
They're like shoulder height, dude. I mean,
Jesus.
some of these things, yeah.
looks like it comes out January
That's like
27th
January 27th,
for
yeah.
those who are interested.
I looked it up. And don't watch the trailer. I can't express that enough. Just go see the movie.
No Liam Neeson's in it. It's in snow stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to know how he ends up in the
And
snow.
there's wolves everywhere.
See, to me,
Woofs. As far as I can say, woofs.
to me, that movie reminds me of the commercial of the guy watching the TV in one room.
Oh,
and he's
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
wolves and
The
they
direct
go-
TV
Oh,
ad.
yeah.
If you've seen that commercial, you've basically seen the movie.
So are you not going to, is that, you're going to vote for that next year? You're gonna vote for,
I'm going to vote for the commercial. Where,
I vote for the Gray because that was a great commercial.
yeah, and then he gets the pizza. Yeah. I'm mystified by all this.
I'm trying to think what else we saw. We saw
you
really
saw-
What else did you see?
You saw Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
totally forgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, they handed out supplemental material for the plot after we watched it, and I was like, okay, now I understand some of it.
That's bizarre.
That is a fucking confusing movie. It had a chart. I received a chart.
It's on the level of Primer then.
No, because I don't want to rewatch it.
Okay.
And I wanted to rewatch Primer. Primer, at least at the moment, at the end, where you're like, oh, what? And then you have to go back and watch everything. Almost
Yeah.
like Book of Eli as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy did not have
No.
it.
So you also saw.
I was super excited for it, too. It's a Gary Oldman British spy movie. Fucking awesome.
Sounds cool.
Looks
Yeah.
like you also saw Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I saw Gavin's incredible camera work in Sherlock Holmes. He did a lot of the slow-mo stuff, especially in like the forest and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, he talked about going out to the forest to do some of that slow mo shooting. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Hanging out with RDJ. You saw Porco Rosso, right?
Oh,
That's a older movie.
Yeah, I have to admit, you're not allowed to leave. That was the one where I kind of went and hung out in the lobby for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Like 20.
So you catch a breath. Or
So you're
Yeah,
not allowed to leave the building.
I'm not an anime guy.
it's an old Studio Ghibli anime. I think I've seen that before. It's about a
who
pig,
flies a plane,
a fighter plane, right?
a fighter plane.
Yeah.
Oh, uncle!
There had to be more in that.
I should have stuck around to see if there was an uncle in it, but I don't know.
I'm gonna guess there was.
I mean, he's a pig flying a plane. It just didn't make any sense.
His uncle was probably an old pilot.
I didn't identify it. Maybe if I was a pilot or a pig, I'd be able to identify it, but I didn't have either of those in my life. But yeah, it was really fun. So that's a really fun, cool, crazy event.
Yeah, it's a great list of movies.
There was 4 Rooster Teeth people there. Brian was there, our t-shirt designer. Emily was there, and Miles was there. I still don't know how Miles got in.
I think he said Emily got him in or something like that. Like she had a friend back out or something, so he got in.
She made the call. See, Emily picks up the phone. Shit happened.
You know what?
Was
I bet
the
he got.
guy-
I bet he got ice cream too.
Yeah. Was the guy with the ice cream there?
He probably did. Did we talk about the Mondo screening on the last one?
Yeah.
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 The zombie one.
God, that's such a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
And I also went to last week. We went to the Child's Play dinner. We had a
Oh,
blast,
yeah.
we had a blast doing
That
that.
was great.
Man, I forgot about that.
I bid and won on a painting by Frank O'Connor.
You guys got into I understand you guys got into a war over that. There's video of that.
yes, there is.
You should post that.
I
It's
lost.
funny.
I lost, so I'm not going to post it.
I bought
No,
a.
I'm just kidding. I'll post it.
I bought a copy of Doom signed by John Romero and Tim Cook, which is awesome. And then the guy who donated it was like, "Hey, if you win,
Tim Cook?
is that right?
No.
Tim Wells? Is that right?
I'm not sure.
Tim something. I forget his last name. One guy at id. But the guy who donated it for the auction, he's like, "Hey, if you win that, give it back to me, and I can have Romero personalize it for you." And I was like, "Okay, sure, I guess." And it like turns out this guy, he's been going to Child's Play. Like he won the Portal gun last year. That went for like 15 grand.
Tom Hall, maybe.
Tom Hall, that's who it is. And so like yeah, I ended up I'm like, all right, here you go. So I like handed him this thing I just purchased for quite a bit of money. And he's like, all right. And then he gave me his card. And it turns out he's actually the CEO of a website that Bernie uses all the time.
Hey, I use it too.
And Gus uses all the time. It's xe.com. So it's
he told me
Steven.
that. He told me he met this guy and he says it's XE, and I go XE, no. And he's like, yeah, XE. It's a currency conversion site. And I said, no. I said I use that site all the time. And Jack hands me the guy's business card, and literally on the back it says in quotes, "I use your site all the time." Really? Yeah, it does. It says that. So he must get that everywhere he goes.
So
It's a fucking handy site for converting currencies.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
But then he messaged me. He's like, "What do you want him to say?" And I'm like, then I was trying to think like, what do I want John Romero to write on there for me? So I spent like all day yesterday racking my head.
John Romero, I know what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
So I think I settled with like "Good luck in hell" or something like that.
Oh, I would have had him write.
Now you're my bitch.
Thanks for playing Doom. Look for Daikatana soon.
There was a Daikatana box that was signed by John Romero that was also being auctioned that I lost.
Yeah.
I was bidding on that one.
Man,
What did they go for? Do you know?
I think that ended up going for like $400.
Okay.
What was the most expensive thing that went there?
The most expensive thing that I remember was the gravity gun. The
portal gun. Or, no, sorry,
No, it was a gravity
Half-Life
gun,
gun, sorry.
from Half-Life,
Yeah.
which went for $20,000,
Yeah.
if I recall properly.
That's
Well,
awesome.
but then he had some like
No, 21,000. Remember the guy bid 1,000
Oh, yeah.
on himself?
That's right.
yeah.
Moron.
But then
He didn't understand how auctions
guy,
work, the dumb fuck.
The guy bid 20,000 on it, and then they said, "Do we hear 21,000?" And he bid 21,000. on it.
Maybe he was just trying to be the cool guy.
He was, and he it's for kids. So
But there were a couple things that were like they went for like 6,000. Like 3 people were going for it, and they're like, "How about you all pay whatever? You all pay the same amount, and then all 3 of you can come."
Yeah, that was a tour of Valve, I think, went for $6,500, and they gave 3 of them.
Yeah, so that's 1950 right there, or 1905. So that's close. But yeah, we met the guy who made the gravity gun and he made the portal gun. This guy named Vulpin, Harrison is his name, and really,
Sounds like a villain.
yeah. But yeah, he's a really really nice dude, and yeah, he's got some stuff in the works. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what he's working on right now, but yeah, it was one of those things where I walked up, like I was looking at the gun, I was like, yeah, this thing's cool. He's like, oh, thanks, I made it. I was like, oh shit, you're the guy who made this, and I've read his blog before. He has a blog where he just makes replica props for stuff. And it's one of those things you just start watching or start reading it, and then boom, 3 hours later, you're like, oh my god, this guy's done so much cool stuff. So
That's awesome.
I won a copy of the Burning Crusade Collector's Edition signed by the WoW development team. And the other thing I won was really boring. I won a copy of Adobe Creative Suite 5.5 Master Collection.
Yes!
was it signed by John Romero?
It was not signed by anyone, but it was a good deal.
Yeah, that's what you always expect going to a charity.
Yeah, I was like,
auction.
holy shit! I can't believe how low this like because no one cared about it. I guess everyone wanted the cool collectible stuff, and this is just like
Well, they do
a
it-
piece of software.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, fuck, I'll buy that.
They do it through volume.
There was some cool stuff there. There was a like a Halo 4 concept art piece that was there.
Oh,
that
right,
was
yeah.
really, really badass. Did you see the Portal 2 like 80s movie poster signed by everybody?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
No, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was done like in like an old school like movie where it's like it's Chell walking with like the Wheatley behind her and it has all the names underneath. It was
Yeah.
like J.K. Simmons and
Yeah, like when you
Eleanor
walked into the silent auction area, it was like on the far right, up against the wall.
It was over by the Halo 4 stuff.
Yeah. And
I mean, before the auction, did they have sort of a walkthrough deal where you could see?
It's a
everything
silent
else?
auction.
well, there's a silent auction where there's things you can bid on, and then you can see some of the live auction stuff is on display along the outer edges.
You know, it's funny. I kind of like to go to that to actually buy stuff.
Yeah, it's good. There's a bunch of cool
you-
stuff.
you- honestly, probably would've liked
I
it.
never would have. I never think
There's some
about it
good,
in
there's
that
some
way.
like artwork there that you probably would have been into.
Yeah, I never think about it on those terms.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
Bungie also gave away a tour of Bungie that I believe came with a voice role in an upcoming unannounced project.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So
Holy
that's cool.
smokes.
That went for quite a bit of money as well.
And then you guys went to the Machinima Awards, right?
Yeah, then Bernie and I took off from Seattle, went down to Los Angeles to the IGAs, the Inside Gaming Awards, where Bernie presented for Best Animation, and I presented for Holding the Bar Up.
Winner was Batman Arkham City.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for best animation. You weren't paying attention when I presented my award, you jackass.
No, I was busy drinking.
Yeah.
I looked it up to make sure I knew.
That was fun. I was in the
they,
green
they, they had some good stuff in that game.
I was in the green room, and it was me, Sinanners, Tobuscus, Toby Turner, the guys from Corridor Digital,
FPS Russia.
FPS Russia, Reckless Tortuga was there, which you haven't seen their stuff. You should definitely go watch it. It's very funny. And then who else? Then like there's some other people I'm forgetting, but there were like 3 or 4 other like major YouTube channels. I was thinking, man, if a bomb went off in this room, the traffic on YouTube would see a dent. You know, I mean, it's
Or
like,
we might get out of this recession. Like work productivity would go up.
yeah, exactly.
No, but it was cool though. I had a chance to talk with Toby Turner for a while, and that really, really cool dude, super nice.
Very nice dude.
Yeah, met a bunch of people out there. It's always good to meet like those internet people, and like
You know, what's funny
like-
is I worked with him recently, and he probably doesn't even know it.
no, he does.
Oh,
he
does
does.
he
Yeah,
know?
because we talked about the thing you worked on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because can we talk about that at all?
Nah.
Well, why do you bring it up? You're the one who brought it up.
Fuck it, I'm talking about. We did an Assassin's Creed commercial with him where it was like one of his literal trailer commercials where it was like him singing, and so I guess we cut it for him. And I think initially, like, Matt did the voice for it, and then sent it to him.
We did a scratch track.
Yeah, so Matt did a scratch track, and I was talking to him about that. He's like, yeah, he's like, I downloaded it. He's like, I thought it was hilarious, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then he redid it with his voice, and I'm sure he added some flourishes or whatever.
He did a great job.
But it was pretty cool. It's neat to like. It's one of those things we worked together, but we didn't know we worked together, or
Right.
not directly work together, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
anyway, super nice guy. We should get him on the podcast sometime.
We should get lots of people on the podcast.
Yeah, you should do your job.
God, man. You no kidding.
So yeah, but yeah, Los Angeles was a lot of fun. Bernie and I rented a nice car, which is fun. I didn't hit anybody.
Did you not get any car accidents?
We rented a Dodge Challenger. I didn't like it. I just
didn't like it?
I thought it's $150. It's actually $20 more than like the Nissan Sentra or whatever they normally rent you. So that for $20, I get to drive a Dodge Challenger.
didn't like it?
I'm curious. let me tell you something. You put the pedal down in that car goes.
It kicks you in the crotch. It's
Unfortunately, you were in LA, so you probably topped out like what, at 20?
Yeah.
25.
Woo! Over.
Street light to street light. Yeah.
That was the problem. Yeah, it was. I haven't driven like a car with power in a long time. I've got an SUV, and so
I've got a Prius.
yeah.
It has battery power.
But like Bernie let me drive it a couple times. It's like just kind of letting on the gas a little bit. It's like, oh, this is so nice. It's like that car like aches for open road, man. The thing is mean.
We did talk at one point about we should just drive out of Los Angeles, just drive to the desert and drive this car because it did feel like that. But
It probably uses fuel so fast you'd run out between fueling stations in the desert.
you ever been in a private plane like a Cessna?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, we're not
Have
we're not
played,
ballers like
a
you.
flight simulator. I don't think a Cessna is baller, but I'm not like in a private jet. I mean, but there's a weird thing about planes where the visibility isn't what you think. It's not like in a car. It's like essentially the engine is too high, so you're like looking up over the
Right.
engine. And you play a flight simulator, you can see that, especially when you're on the ground because it's the angle and the tilt of it. Yeah, same thing with this. It felt like I'm looking at the hood of the car. It's like my visibility in the car felt like, but I think that's part of the muscle approach. To
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
too.
I had a Mustang for a long time, and it was the same sort of deal where it's just like has that big engine up in front of you, so you kind of have to you have to drive the car enough that you know sort of the distance of the car. Like you've got that big ass truck. I can't imagine driving that truck around, man.
badass.
Like I would
You're
hit,
so up high, you see everything, dude.
but I would hit
You
so
should
much
see
shit
what
with
it's
your
like.
truck
You should see what it's like to crash one.
to back into a pothead.
That's really cool. That sensation is awesome.
Did I ever tell you about the guys about the time that I met Nicolas Cage? Going back to Ghost Rider.
Look like
no,
God.
So
where it was behind a visual effects studio.
no, and he didn't look like a belt. So this was like right after Wild at Heart came out.
Okay,
And my mom came to visit me in Austin, and I was like, he was Nicolas Cage, but he wasn't like Nicolas Cage.
This was a long time ago.
Long time ago. And so I was with my
is this the elevator story?
yeah. So I was with my girlfriend.
You've told us before, but go ahead.
Have I? Yeah. So I was with my girlfriend at the time. We're going to go visit my mom, and she was staying at the Driscoll downtown. And so the Driscoll's like a really cool hotel downtown on 6th Street. And we're in the lobby, and I'm with Janet. We're going to go get in the elevator and do that thing where the elevator doors open, you go to step on, you realize, oh, there's people in the elevator. I'm a dumbass. I should let them out. And so I back up, and the guy who's like nose to nose with me is Nicolas Cage. And I was like, we had just watched Wild at Heart like 2 nights earlier. I was like, oh my God. And I got so flabbergasted. And Joel, you'll appreciate this. I did the 2 things you should never do. I told the guy who he is, and I got it wrong. I looked him in the face and I go, you're Nick Nolte. And his face, like, when I recognized him, he was like,
what is it about Nick Nolte?
he goes like this, Nicolas Cage goes, because I guess it's the Nicholases that I screwed it up, mixed up. He gets this big bright smile on his face, and then when I said Nick Nolte, he goes, what? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he walked away. And I remember when he walked away, we got in the elevator, and I go to Jen, and I go, that guy was kind of a dick. And then we're halfway up the elevator, halfway up to my mom's floor, and I go, oh, God damn it.
I don't know what it is about Nick Nolte where he's just interchangeable for like the name of getting an actor wrong. He's always the name. When you get the name of an actor wrong, it's Nick Nolte for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Like-
it was like, I remember it was like 1990, I don't know, 94 or something. And me and Matt were at a bar on 6th Street. And we were looking down and we're like, oh, it's Brendan Fraser. And we were getting ready. It was Brendan Fraser. You remember this?
I don't remember this at all.
We were like, and this is when we were getting ready to shoot the movie. And we had business cards and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, that's Brendan Fraser. Well, somebody should go down there and like,
Encino Man.
somebody should like go down there and like give him a card or something, or like make an introduction or whatever. I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not gonna stop this. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna like somehow get Brendan Fraser to be So I go down there and you guys are on the upper deck and I go down there and I'm like, and the same thing happened. Like I no one was acknowledging that it was him. The bar was packed and like he came up to me and I came up to him and our eyes like met and he had that moment of like, oh, like he's excited.
Somebody-
like, oh,
yeah.
that's great. A fan. He's going to acknowledge me. We're going to have this moment. I'm Brendan Fraser. I'm a cool guy. I have a big smile on my face. And I walk up to him and I just hand him the card, then turn around and walk away.
That's all you did?
Because that's all I was like, it's Brendan Fraser. I don't want to fuck with him. I don't want to. And it was like, I walked away and it's like, I remember you and Matt reconstructing the moment for me after I had turned around and walked away. And it was like, he smiled, he took the card, you turned around, He looked at the card, the smile dropped, looked at the card again, then threw the card on the floor.
Yeah, by that point in '94, he'd only done the only big movies I see on here were like Encino Man and Airheads.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
Biodome? Isn't Biodome anywhere on there?
No, that's Pauly Shore.
Is it Pauly Shore?
Yeah,
Stephen
Pauly Shore,
Baldwin?
one of the Baldwin brothers.
Yeah, Stephen Baldwin.
Actually, Tenacious D is in Biodome.
Well, watch out, Tenacious D.
That was before Mr. Show, I think.
Oh, Tenacious D. I was thinking something else. I was thinking, who's the other D that's a rapper?
Heavy
Guy.
D?
Heavy D. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I really went to that. And Nick Nolte. So, one of the things we're doing right now for Red vs. Blue is I've been working on writing sessions with our new co-writer, Mr. Eddie Rivas. He's helped me do some punch-ups. And big thing about Season 10 is he's very knowledgeable of the backstory, as is Mr. Monty Ohm, which is always great. And so he's helping me do fact-checking just as we kind of, wrap up some of the stories we've been telling for a long time. And he's been great.
That's a job. That's a real job, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I looked up one time on the RVB Wikia, and I think there's something like 380 pages dedicated to Red versus Blue, and that's more than we have episodes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Anytime you're there's a lot of
great.
stuff. They had a producer on Angel one time, and they were because they needed the guy or whatever to know stuff, and so for the first he sat down for 3 days solid and just watched episode after episode after episode after episode, and then they found they didn't have enough money, and then they fired him.
So you got paid to watch Angel for 3 days and then got fired?
That was it. But anyways, I just totally unraveled your. What are you talking about?
That
story just sticks out with me.
Hey, we should mention Barbara works here now.
Yeah, Barbara works here. Why don't we bring Barbara in to say hello? Let me see.
You want to grab her?
Yeah.
So Barbara just moved here from Canada. She got her visa and is working here in the office now.
It's always weird to me to see Barbara outside of the context of snow.
Like she just exists.
It's like
with snow
she
around
just
her.
have snow around.
Well,
her.
she's so pale; it's like a natural camouflage. That she has.
She's
That
all you
translucent,
see is eyes.
just completely translucent.
I
Hey, it's
went and got
Barbara.
her, and I want to say she's way too overdressed for this office.
Yeah, she is.
No way.
No. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Someone has to rise.
Absolutely.
All right, here, sit down, Barbara.
Yeah,
Sit down. Have a
jump
seat.
on a mic and say hello to everyone. So Barbara, for years and years, was one of the top members of our community site. In fact, the day that we hired her, she took over the #1 spot
Good timing.
on the community site.
And now she's not on the list anymore, right?
No.
Because she's casting crew. Lean in.
Once you get casting crew status, you get removed from eligibility being on that list.
Yeah, suck it.
I think it's worth it.
You're worth
personally,
it.
Yeah.
So what do you do here, Barbara?
I am the community manager at Rooster Teeth, the first ever. And
First,
Just get right up on the mic.
okay, make love to it.
lick
She's
it.
going to fit in well around here.
Yeah.
Make love to the mic.
Make love.
So what are you going to be doing as community manager? Where can they expect to interface with you?
Well, people could contact me 2 ways. One through Barbara@roosterteeth.com.
That
or
was the worst
That's a
thing you've
terrible-
ever done.
No,
right out of the
Plug,
gate.
plug.
her email is brandon@roosterteeth.com.
Yeah.
You need to get a hold of her.
No, I want people to contact me though.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, they're gonna.
Oh, you're so young.
There's also community@roosterteeth.com, which will be put to good use.
There you go.
Yes.
And then Barbara is also going to take over our various social media platforms. She will be helping us organize our Twitters and our whatevs.
All your tweets.
Is she
and
gonna
twats.
be the person responding on Reddit with proper grammar this time, as opposed to whoever the moron was who's been running it lately?
Yeah.
Brandon. God.
Hopefully.
Okay. Cool. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
So you moved from Canada to Texas. That's a significant change.
yes.
Do you miss the snow?
No.
Yeah, you do.
We actually didn't get snow before I left, which was awesome.
You liar! Weren't you posting pictures the other day?
Yeah, we got 1 day of snow.
That's one
fucking
more
deal.
day than we've had this year.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, no, we had a half a day of snow, and Joel
It's probably
canceled the
more
biggest
snow
trip.
than you've gotten in the past 10 years
Probably.
combined, I would assume.
Your 1 day was
Yeah,
more.
our 1 day.
That's probably true.
Yeah. It was sucky.
No, screw that. Screw that noise.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing of Texas so far? What have you seen?
I haven't seen much, but my favorite thing so far is the breakfast tacos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I took her to Taco Donut Palace this morning.
Is there Tex-Mex in Canada?
No. We have Texas.
Have you had Tex-Mex before?
Yeah. Well, I've been here
Here.
before.
What do you think of it?
I love it.
Was it mind changing?
No.
Was it really? Because it was for me.
I wouldn't say
when I
it's
moved from
mind-changing.
DC, I remember when I moved from DC to Texas, I was like, "What is this stuff?"
I didn't eat the Tex-Mex, and then I was like, well, now I have to move to Texas. That wasn't the way it worked.
That
But
was how it worked. with
Taco
Joel.
Bell kind of is not very...
You haven't had Tex-Mex since you've been here yet. You've had home
Well,
slice and you've
Garcia's.
Hop Dotties.
Garcia's. She should see.
or
go there.
Maudie's
Let's
or
go there
something.
for
At
lunch.
some
The look-
point,
the
this
look
is
on your
good.
face is a little frightening.
This
Joel.
is like
You have like the 1,000-yard stare.
everyone should just have that. So you're no longer. I understand you're no longer an Ottawa fan.
What?
Now you're a Stars fan, right? From what
No,
I hear.
you'll never take the girl out of Ottawa.
No, I'll never not be an Ottawa Senators fan, but I might.
That's a
you know-
hockey team, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, hockey for all of you.
Fans out there.
But I might become a Stars fan in addition.
What's the spread on the Ottawa Stars?
You have problems.
What
Joel.
happens when they play?
Dude, so hey, we do that age predict show every week on Achievement Hunter. This past week, we were 1 point off from a spot on prediction. How cool is that?
Really?
I think
Finally.
Well, I think we picked
The formula.
10 to 14, and the final was 10 to 13. So we were 1 point away from having a spot on prediction, which is pretty cool.
Or EA was.
Or EA was.
And you witnessed
We edited it though,
they-
and
yeah.
added
They
audio.
ran that thing. Come on.
So anyway,
Well done.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Well, Barbara, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We expect great things from you.
That's a lot of pressure.
No, it's okay.
Bring it.
Our level of grade, it's all relative. It's
All right, thank you.
It's like another company's okay.
Bye, Barbara.
Bye, Barb.
We may have her in the future to talk about community stuff.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
What is she doing?
They're flicking off each other behind you, Gus. All right. All right.
All right, we should probably wrap up. We're going.
Okay, so one
Maybe
last
that's
time.
here.
Movie of the Year, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. DLGC is Crimson Alliance. Game of the Year is Old Republic. Star Wars The Old Republic. TV is Breaking Bad. And Best Internet Video of the Year is Friday by Rebecca Black. Congratulations to all our winners. Gus will be sending out your awards and checks next week.
In a couple of years. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.